All right, are you ready for the quote of the week?
Yes.
Okay, so I've gone a little bit different this time.
Oh.
No, it's good. I think you're going to like it. Obviously, same accent. We're doing, Austen-y sort of thing. But please open up and give your best reading of this quote.
I'm sorry, Miss Austen. Oh, I am for real. Okay,
that was better than I expected it was going to be.
Well, as soon as I read the first bit, I'm sorry, Miss Austen, I was like, oh, Andre 3000.
Yes, because, sorry, I've been giggling about making you read this quote all week. Because, let me start by saying hello and welcome to Into the Austenverse. I'm David Campbell.
And I am not Andre 3000.
We are, of course, celebrating all things Jane Austen in this 250th year of her birth. And today we are tackling what?
We are tackling Miss Austen.
That's right. We're off the beaten path again, but only for another, episode.
Yes, and off the beaten path. Well, I think in some respects we are even further on the path.
Yeah, we're coming back to the path after Clueless. Don't forget, if you love what you're hearing or seeing, please like, subscribe, follow, leave us a great review. That helps the algorithm on any platform that you have a podcast on. And just hi to everybody around the world. We're getting some random countries and some random places following this podcast.
I'm so excited.
There's some stuff in America. Where are we popping off in America, Liz?
Kentucky.
Yeah, y'all.
Yes. So, thank you.
Thank you, Kentucky.
Well, thank you to everybody who's listening. That's wonderful. And we're thrilled.
We won't do
wherever
shout-outs.
you are.
We won't do shout-outs to every country, but maybe, if you write into us, we might do a mailbag episode eventually.
I would love that.
I would love that too.
Yes.
That would be really fun. The reason why I want to give you that quote from Andre 3000 is because we are doing Miss Austen, the book and the TV show, all week. I've just been, sorry, Miss Austen, who I am. And it just, I just was obsessed with you doing that. So thank you for that. I think that might have been the best quote so far of the podcast series.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Okay, if you are going to follow us on things, let me just quickly tell you what to do. Mm-hmm. So on Instagram, we are numerical 2, into the Austenverse. On TikTok, we are into the Austenverse. And on YouTube, we are into the Austenverse. That's our channel. And if you want to email us and do help us with our mailbag episode, that is info@intotheaustenverse.com.
Yeah, so ask us anything you want. It doesn't have to be Austen related. We would prefer it. But, come at us with some questions. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to talk about it and just see what everyone's suggesting. And, it doesn't need to be compliments. Compliments are nice, though.
Yeah. If you want to talk about Big Boy.
We're doing our Stankonia podcast, which is what that's going to be a little bit later on.
Shake it. Okie doke. So we're going to go back. So we're talking about Miss Austen. So Miss Austen was a novel from 2020 by Gill Hornby. And then subsequently it has been made into a TV show by the BBC and Masterpiece. And it's on ABC iView if you're here in Australia.
This is probably the most recent Austen thing that's happened this year.
Yes. Yeah. So Miss Austen is a book by Gill Hornby, Nick Hornby's sister.
Nick Hornby's sister. I looked it up. Because at first we were like, is it Mrs. Hornby? No. Adjacently, she does have another author in her life. But yeah, she's Nick Hornby, about a boy, and all those great high fidelity. Some of my favorite books, by the way, from that period of time. It's his sister.
Extraordinary.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. How proud must Mr. and Mrs. Hornby be?
Well, yes. I would assume so. They kept dropping them off at the library. Apparently that's their origin story because they got divorced when they were quite young.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So this book, very well received, came out in 2020. It is about a true literary mystery, which is why Cassandra Austen, Jane's older sister by 2 years, burned Jane's letters, which she did do.
She did, right?
Yeah. There were thousands of letters. There are 161 that have survived. Mm-hmm. And the rest looks like Cassandra destroyed.
Ashes.
Yeah.
Should we get into that now or do you want to save that for later on?
We're going to talk about that later.
Okay.
I'm going to just do a little, for those of you who haven't seen the show or read the book, I'm just going to let you know what happens. So there's no spoilers. You know from the absolute trailer that she's going to burn these letters. But
historically speaking, it is already a spoiler.
This is true. But the story takes us on a journey where we have two stories unfolding at the same time. We've got two timelines. We're in 1840. So this is 23 years since Jane died. And Cassandra has returned to a house of family friends to retrieve the letters that Jane wrote to Eliza.
Because they've been kicked out of this house by a vicar.
Yes, absolutely.
Very Austen-y.
Yeah. And so we are following one pathway there, and Cassandra finds the letters, and then we look in flashback at the rest of the story.
Memories ensue when you read a letter in those days. Yeah.
So we've got those two stories panning out at the same time. And I love it.
Okay, let's review the TV show real quick up front.
Okay.
We watched a lot of it together. We started together and then, kids and stuff got in the way. So we're like, let's finish it separately. I really like this. It's a slow first episode to set up the beginning of what the world we're entering in and the device of these two, lanes of the Austen women. But then it just barrels along and it is terrific.
Yeah, it really is. I think that there's a lot of exposition because we're following a number of real people and their relationships, and we really have to learn where they sit in the Austen world.
Yeah, there was a few times you're like, wait, who's Eliza?
Yeah, and it's complicated, particularly because you're like, okay, so Mary is married to their brother, but also Mary's brother was going to be married to Cassandra. So it's like, it's complicated. Yeah. That's right. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, the Fowls. That's right.
It's a slow burn in that first episode, but it's worth your time.
It's beautifully shot.
Yes, it is.
And beautifully written as well. It is an entirely female-led production team and it's gorgeous. So you really are centering the sister's story. Once again, the men are just sort of not on the sidelines, but they're not as important as what's happening at the dynamics of Cassandra in the house and then her memories with her sister and how all these things are interconnected. But the fact that this is run by, Keely Hawes, who's one of the stars of it, who plays Cassandra, is also an EP on this. You just have this entirely female-led production, and it's gorgeous. It's beautifully shot. It's beautifully directed. It's beautifully written.
Well, what I loved about it is that we see this period during Jane's novels through the lens of relationships and marriage, and that also informs us so much about society and about the culture around it and the humans, of course, within that. But this story centers not only women, and of course we do acknowledge and see the importance of marriage and love through their eyes, but we focus on the relationships between women. And I think it's so important because it elevates both Cassandra and Jane, who never married, but it elevates them as people, and we see them as humans as opposed to the spinsters that society portrayed them as. And when we look at how Cassandra and Jane's world worked, when neither of them got married, they lived together with their mother and then later just the two of them. And Cassandra supported Jane in order for her to do her writing. So when you think that Cassandra ran the household and Jane was able to write, if Jane had married, would we have had the novels?
Oh, I doubt it. And that's the thing that this makes you realize, the importance of the sisterly love. The fact that then the father dies and they had to go find another place to live and how important that loss was and how Jane had to recover. And really Cassandra was like, you need to start writing again.
Yeah.
I need to get you back on the books. That's the thing that will help this ailment and helps her get there is so beautiful and so poignant.
Yes.
I know it's using some facts and then telling a story. I realize this isn't the documentary, but I really did lean into the fact that I'm hoping that this is the way a lot of it worked out.
Yes, it's stunning. It really is. It feels important, and I loved the perspective. Of course, we will never know precisely what has happened between them, but I loved the way that it's told. I also love the fact that Cassandra is getting her moment in the sun because Jane loved Cassandra so much. And so I think that the importance that Cassandra held in Jane's eyes is now being shown to us. And I think that's really beautiful. I mean, we see it a bit between Jane and Elizabeth in Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
And of course, sisters are very important, again, with Marianne and Eleanor Dashwood.
Yeah, exactly.
But to have that highlighted in this work, I think is really beautiful.
Do you know why this book was even written?
No.
Okay, so I looked into it. So Gill and her husband, they moved to the Berkshire village of Kintbury.
Berkshire.
Is that in Berkshire?
Yeah, you said Berkshire.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, Berkshire.
You British, you say things like East Chutney and stuff, and I don't know where these things are. Where is Berkshire?
Berkshire is south.
See, it's a made-up place. It's not real, is it?
It is southwest of London.
I
So,
see.
yes. So, Surrey and Berkshire.
Right. Lovely
Next
place.
Surrey,
I like
yeah.
Surrey. Yeah, very nice. She discovered Gill and her husband that when she moved to this site, that was the site where Cassandra's fiance Thomas Fowle had lived. Right? So she'd spent her first Christmas there away from her family, which is Cassandra was 19 years old, I think. Thomas waved goodbye from the gates that she was living at, and of course, never came back on that military expedition. When she moved there, she realized she was haunted by Cassandra's sort of world and life. She kept thinking about it. Because you know when you go to England, and I don't mean just Stonehenge, but a lot of the places there, it's so old, which I find as an Australian so remarkable, which you were brought up in, but you'd see like old bits of wall that probably were where Jane and Cassandra might have sat. And so she was like, well, I should dive a bit more into Cassandra's world. So if she'd never moved there, we may not have even had Miss Austen.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think of the word spinster?
I mean, what do I think of it?
I've sat back in my seat right now just in case I'm out of the blast zone.
I mean, it's offensive. No, the connotations of the word spinster are that it's somebody who has not been married, and in light of that is some dried up old...
Shriveled?
Yes.
Shriveled.
I think of...
it's derogatory though, right?
Yeah. I think of the spinster aunts in James and the Giant Peach.
Wow. Okay. And that's what Gill thought too. She hated that. She called it a lark, this spinster lark. Jane wrote these perfect love stories and she never knew love herself. And does it make you break her heart? No, she was not suited to married life. And so she moved in with her sister and her mother, and they were her best friends. And her life wasn't any less value because of that. So she's trying to break that patriarchal word.
But on the contrary, I mean, we see so many people in her novels who have married not for love.
Mm-hmm.
Is their life going to be better? Because, I mean, potentially financially and practically, but are they going to be more fulfilled? Are they going to feel more love and connection from marrying somebody for
£10,000 a year, whatever it is?
boiled potatoes?
The boiled potatoes come back every time.
Would Charlotte Lucas have been better off being a spinster?
Indeed.
So, in the TV show, it is a stellar cast.
Yes.
They are brilliant. So on our two timelines, we've got two people playing Cassandra. So one of them being Keeley Hawes and the other one being Synnöve Carlson. But we need to just quickly touch on the fact that Keeley Hawes is Austenverse royalty.
She is absolutely Austenverse royalty. She's married to Matthew Macfadyen. First of all, what a power couple.
I know, right?
I mean, I really kind of want to deep dive into them on an episode just as a couple because we've loved Keeley Hawes for a while now. We like to the Ashes to Ashes.
Line of Duty.
Line of Duty. Yeah.
Well, I remember them in Spooks together, which I presume is where they met.
Yes, I think they did meet in Spooks.
There you go.
I've never watched Spooks.
It's good.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Too late to watch it now?
I don't know. Marina Hyde and Richard Osman were saying that you should watch it the other day.
You know who else I love in this as well is Rose Leslie.
Rose Leslie, Game of Thrones.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yes. Oh, we got another accent. First accent, drink. Here we go.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that there's a drinking game to my accenting on the show?
There should be.
There probably should be, yeah. I haven't done Michael Caine yet. I'm saving it for later episodes.
Thanks.
I think she's one of my favourite British actors at the moment. She's incredible in this. She's so different every time I see her.
Yeah, she's wonderful. She's really, really good. I read an interview with her about this, and she said that as a child, her family had the VHS of Pride and Prejudice, and she used to watch it all the time.
95.
I love it.
She's our girl. You're our girl, Rose.
Okay, just going back to Austenverse royalty.
Keely.
Who is your favourite Austenverse couple?
Okay, so now we've got Keely and Matthew. We've got Jennifer and Colin.
Mm-hmm.
Are those the only two at the moment?
You got Rosamond and
yes.
Simon.
Rosamond and Simon, they would have been great. That would have been, but that was a hot flash in the pan, I think.
But also you've got another obviously we've got Emma and Greg, but they're to come.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got another couple in here.
Wait, what? Who have we got?
Phyllis and Kevin.
The mum and dad?
Yes.
Oh, they're husband and wife?
Yes.
I've seen him in so much. He's fantastic.
And she is obviously Lady Jane from Lovejoy, but you've never watched Lovejoy.
No, I don't know what that was. You set that up like, ta-da, and I was like, blank stares. Well, then, I don't know, who do we give? I mean, at the moment, they've got the history. I think they might have to be number one. No,
Keely and Matthew, like
Keely
hands down, because that's like
hands
the king.
flex, hands down.
Yes, that's it. Hand flex, hands down. That's like king and queen.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, spectacular.
Mum and Dad Austen. That's what that Mum and Dad Austen energy there from Keely and Matthew.
I mean, they're all wonderful in it. It's really, really beautifully
You
created.
blew my mind with a Nepo baby in here. Blew my mind.
So Max Irons, who plays Henry Hobday, is the son of Jeremy Irons and Sinead Cusack.
So cool.
I know.
He's really good too.
He's wonderful.
Yeah, I like him.
He looks just like his mum too. So sweet.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, he's very, very good. That is not a real character.
Oh, okay, here we go. What is real and what isn't in Miss Austen? We'll come to that in a second because I want to just talk about one more, and that, of course, we have got to talk about Jane, and that's Patsy Ferran. I don't think we've ever seen her in anything before.
I haven't seen Living, that Bill Nighy film.
Oh, I have seen that. Oh, it's a beautiful film.
You told me not to watch it because you said it would be too sad for me.
Too sad for you.
Yeah.
I don't remember her in that because Bill Nighy just sort of, it's his whole world. But Patsy is, what an actor. Oh my gosh.
If you are coming to this, and there's a lot of reviews which have been a little bit sniffy about the fact that this isn't Jane-centric, it's Cassandra-centric. The Miss Austen is Cassandra, not Jane.
That's right.
And Jane is obviously central, but not the lead character. This performance is everything I wanted of Jane.
Oh, yeah.
She is incredible.
Speak to it.
Oh my God, she is so beautiful. It's just her wit and her ability with the language. It's phenomenal.
She plays Jane so forthright and funny and intelligent and really mindful, but really playful with her as well, and sometimes teasing, sometimes very strong. The great scene at the dinner table where she has too much to drink and almost gets married and has to backtrack, and Cassandra has to like come in as the big sister going, no, you're not going to marry this guy after one night. She plays all these different layers so well. In fact, it's almost like stealing the whole show, the whole series.
Yeah, she's
is this
phenomenal.
one performance. She's been doing so much. She was Blanche in Streetcar with Paul Mescal.
Yeah.
And apparently was breathtaking in that. She's in the new George Clooney film that's coming out, Jay Kelly, so Noah Baumbach. So she's going places. But I'm just like, whatever she does, I want to watch.
Yeah, she's phenomenal.
She is, and I just want to watch her do Jane again. That's the other thing.
Yes.
Which would be amazing.
Spin-off, thank you. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous in it. Really special. And also, Cineva looks just like a young Keely Hawes.
Amazing
They've
casting.
played mother and daughter before.
Right, okay, perfect.
Just last shout out to Jessica Hines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant as Mary. Yeah, it's a hard role and she does it so well.
She doesn't care if we hate her.
Yeah.
She does not care if we hate her. And she's a very funny comedian.
Yes,
so
she is.
Great. Should we get on to whether this is factually accurate or not, and whether we indeed shrug emoji care?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because a part of me is like, I don't know. I mean, if I want to watch a documentary, the BBC just did one.
which is also very strong.
It's very good, yeah.
I think I'm always interested in whether it's real or not, though.
Mm. Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
You mentioned the fact that Cassandra had been engaged to Tom Fowle. She was engaged to this man and she was really in love with him. He was going to become a man of the cloth, but they were waiting for a place for him to take on.
Mm-hmm.
And in the interim, he wanted to earn some money, so he went away on a ship and he died of yellow fever. And that was it. They
So sad.
Yeah, they dumped his body in the Caribbean somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah.
can't even bring it back.
I know.
It'd be nice to have brought it back.
No, after 3 months at sea, it
Oh, no,
would not.
a bit whiffy. A bit whiffy if you brought it back. on
No,
the boat.
please. No, a Viking burial. Thank
Lovely.
you very much.
At sea.
Yeah. But yeah, it's true. And in light of that, Cassandra never married. The book implies that it was because she was heartbroken. And even though she had Max Irons in the fire, she didn't ever accept any other love.
No, her love and her passion was Jane, which feels factually accurate.
Yeah.
Did Jane get engaged for a second?
Yes,
for a hot
she did.
second? She did?
She did. So Jane, there's a thought that Jane did have a romance with a guy called Thomas Lefroy, who was an Irishman.
Oh, Thomas Lefroy.
No.
Drink.
No.
That's two.
No.
2 accents, 1 show. You got it. I got you, people.
Oh, God.
Take that shot.
And so we were there boasting about our international listeners, and now they are just diminishing.
Just lost Dublin.
There we go. Brilliant. Thank you. Okay. But Harris Bigwither.
Ooh.
Bigwither?
Bigwither.
Hardly know her. Yes, Harris Bigwither.
Mm.
So, yes, Harris Bigwither proposed.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm stumped. I thought I'd try a sound effect every time.
Okay, we're going to try this again.
Okay, ready?
Harris Bigwither proposed to Jane one night, and she accepted. And the next morning,
That would have made her Jane.
Bigwither.
A bit sexy, that one.
And the next day, she declined.
Ah, so that did happen.
Yeah, that was real.
Wow, I wonder if it was Cassandra's hand on that,
On the Bigwither.
Oh, it became very horse-like there. I don't know. And it's big weather down the outside. It's big weather by 45 legs. Okay, sorry about that. I got distracted.
No, it was wonderful. Thank you. One of the romances that's actually factual, which is really lovely, is Isabel and Mr. Little. Sorry, Isabel and Mr. Little. Oh God, Isabel and Mr. Lidderdale.
Great.
I got there.
Yeah, you got there.
Isabel and Mr. Lidderdale.
Oh, that's my new warm-up for shows now.
Go for it.
Isabel and Mr. Lidderdale. Isabel and Mr. Lidderdale. Isabel and Mr. Lidderdale. It's like
it's
the
hard.
opening of
Pause
Anchorman.
Pause this.
Isabel and Mr. Lidderdale robbed the bank.
Mr. Lidderdale. Isabel and Mr. Lidderdale. Oh, it's worse. Isabella and Mr. Lidderdale.
Oh, the Bella is what gets you. Mm.
But that was real, and they did get married.
Oh, that's real.
Yeah.
So Isabella's a real character.
Isabella, yeah. Things that are untrue. So Henry Hobday.
Sorry,
true.
Maxie Irons.
Yeah, not true. But there was speculation from Jane and Cassandra's niece, Caroline, that the sisters met a gentleman in Sidmouth. When Cassandra learned of his death, she was absolutely bereft.
Oh.
So.
Mr. Sidmouth.
Yeah, this is the thing. Is there a chance that, yes, Henry Hobday was not real? He was just a name that I think Gill got off a memorial.
Right.
But there was a figure that
an
had
amalgamation
that
of a person that might have been real
Correct.
at the time.
Yeah.
Jill, you're so good, Jill.
I know. Poor Cassandra.
I know. Well, but she made a choice. She chose her sister and her sister's legacy, which we're going to get to in a second. Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, history's proven her right. And that's what I like about this show is that we don't have to say poor Cassandra because she is definitely in charge of her own narrative and her own agency of this is what we're going to do. Like she's constantly like pushing Isabella to go to Mr. Lidderdale. Isabella and Mr. Liddell together. And so I think she really is in charge of this world that she has fallen into because of Jane's death and her legacy and not being married. She's leaning into it and going, this is not going to own me. I'm going to own it.
Yeah. Acts of service. Love as acts of service. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we're going to get back to the crux of it, which is the fact that, yes, Cassandra burned the letters. And why did she do it? Because for a long time, the Austen scholars were angry at
They're a
Cassandra.
bit pissy, weren't they?
Yeah.
Really mad about it.
I mean, yes, it was a bold move.
Yeah.
And the thought was that they had destroyed them because Jane had a sharp tongue.
Right.
Which,
I mean, sure.
And protect her legacy.
Sure.
How do you feel about that?
Okay, I've been looking into this a bit, and I'm going to draw a really weird comparison in a second. But first of all, there was a female author where that happened to, and perhaps that might have affected Cassandra's wanting to protect Jane's legacy. This is from a professor at the University of Arizona State, and he says that a less often considered theory, which I think is probable, is that Cassandra may have also been watching closely in the 1840s the brutal treatment that critics were dishing out in reviews of the recently published letters of the late novelist Frances Burney. Burney was a writer of social comedies, and Austen grew up reading and took inspiration from Frances Burney.
Yes.
And Frances was pilloried by the critics publicly. And so Cassandra probably thought, not on my dime, sister. Not to my sister.
Wow, that's
slay, Cassandra, slay.
That's really interesting. Right, so Frances, what was in the letters?
I don't know.
What was in Frances' letters?
Frances, what have you said now, Frances?
I want to know.
Oh, Frances.
That's fascinating.
Bear with me, everybody, here as I bring another music analogy to this podcast, a very musical podcast. Kurt Cobain.
Yes.
You did not think I was going to do Kurt Cobain on a Jane Austen podcast, did you?
I didn't.
No. What is going to happen now? When Kurt Cobain passed away, obviously people went over everything he did, all of his life, and then back at a certain time, they found his diaries and they printed them up. Remember the Kurt Cobain diaries?
I do remember that, yes.
And I, as a Kurt Cobain and Nirvana fan, I looked at the diaries and I definitely looked at them in the store. And it's so personal and so dark, random thoughts and scratchings that I thought, I don't know that Kurt, who was so, even though he came from grunge and he seemed like he was like this arbiter of a new world of music and that he was like chaos in the music industry and turned it upside down. He was really intelligent, knew what he wanted to talk about and what he wanted to say, and was very careful with that legacy. I don't think just of the fact that he unalived himself meant that he wanted everyone to go through his stuff to then try and break down parts of his legacy and analyze it. I think he would have wanted the songs and Nirvana and the spirit of that to continue on. That brings me from Kurt to Jane, and I think Cassandra would have been back in the days like, this doesn't add to the 6 books. These letters don't really do anything except maybe exploit Jane's legacy or make people add weight to something that they don't have context for. And people in the public eye still are allowed to have private lives. And sometimes that makes that mystery that we don't really know now in this modern world, that mystery makes the artist better.
Yeah, and particularly when you've got somebody who has created such incredible work. With what Jane has said, that is what she wanted to be out in the world. So surely we owe those people who are no longer with us the privacy of their private lives.
And if we respect the artist, yes, we always want to know something about the artist. We all want to read about Picasso's life, or we all want to read about Beethoven's life.
We all want to talk about Keeley Hawes and Matthew McFadden.
We do, but at the end of the day, we also just want to enjoy their art. And when it's important art, like Smells Like Teen Spirit or Emma, I just want to sometimes just enjoy the art. And I think that's why I'm pro Cassandra burning the whole thing to the ground.
Yes. I think that's a really strong argument.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I was so nervous bringing Kurt Cobain up on a Jane Austen podcast.
I think that's excellent. I think it's a really, really solid, pertinent point.
Thank you so much.
Look how proud you are.
I feel
Bless
really,
your
listen,
heart.
it's my first time doing this stuff, guys.
You're amazing. The idea that Gill Hornby looks at and suggests is that Jane had depression and that Jane was struggling with mental illness. And I'm going to bring up this book now. So I'm holding this up.
She's our new favourite, our new queen.
Yeah, Lucy Worsley. So this is the Jane Austen at Home book, which I love.
Right.
I love. And she also, Lucy backs this up. I mean, it's a theory as opposed to fact, but Lucy echoes it as well, which is that, yes, there is definitely the suggestion. And of course, having lived with chronic pain and in the difficult circumstances that she was, it stands to reason that Jane would have been having a very difficult time.
Mm-hmm.
And in light of that, could have been prone to bouts of depression, which also she may have not wanted to be aired. So that's part of what is discussed in Miss Austen.
Yeah.
Which is that, Jane didn't want those private struggles and her melancholy to be public knowledge.
I also want to acknowledge the fact that I realize you saying that, I'm like, and me saying 20 minutes ago in this podcast, I really love learning more about Jane Austen through this fictional telling. And I know that sounds hypocritical, but it is that. This is an artist's interpretation of an artist, and that enriched her world, as opposed to just reading about her world and trying to get the facts right. And why don't I know about the letters? And was she depressed? What did she die from? Was she a radical? I mean, was she there's rumors like, was she a secret lesbian? Why were these letters burned? I'm like, I don't know if I need to know all of that.
Yes, but also I think it's human nature for us to want to. So I don't think we need to judge ourselves in the sense of it's not a prurient way that we're looking at this. Of course, we want to know more about her because she's fascinating and she's groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And I have no judgment on those who want to read about Kurt Cobain's diaries, because in the same way, they want to learn more. And because these people were cut down in their prime, there's a finite aspect to what they were able to produce. So, of course, we want to know more. So I don't think there's any judgment in the fact that we want to.
I love this. I want Jane Austen Kurt Cobain t-shirts. I want the crossover t-shirts to happen. I want her with a guitar, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Kurt reading, Pride and Prejudice on a lawn somewhere in an Empire Line skirt.
We can make these for you. We can make this happen. So, do you have $300,000 to $400,000 spare?
Well, here's more insights into a marriage, which we try and do every episode for our listeners and our viewers out there. And you will now find out that I actually don't know much. I'm not that person in the relationship that I don't know what money we've got.
I'm going to break it to you. We don't have a spare $300,000 or $400,000.
I was just about to invest in those t-shirts.
Unless you've got it in your other pants, we don't have it at all.
No, I'm afraid not.
But if you did have it, you would be able to bid on a letter that is coming up for auction this month.
Really?
A letter from Jane to Cassandra.
I mean, we could lowball. Can't we go in with like $100 and see what happens? Because maybe we'll scare people off. You know what the auctions can be like. They're a scary thing.
This is true. It is up for auction. It is it's at Sotheby's. It is from 1805. It contains a poem that Jane wrote, a funny poem satirizing the medical profession.
Oh, I hope it's a limerick. Go on.
It's not. And it's expected to sell for between $300,000 and $400,000.
Wow. So there's still one out there. People are still finding them.
Or they're just being resold.
Because aren't a lot of them in that museum in New York, right?
There are some there. There are some at Chawton. There's the Jane Austen
They're all
Museum.
over the place.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say all over the place. Who knows? Maybe there's one. Maybe you've got one at home.
Some old fireplace, if you've seen one.
There you go.
Picture that now.
But yeah, so they're still being sold. And it would be incredible to have them. And because paper was so expensive, they're written on one side and then cross-written on the other side so you can write again.
Incredible.
They're beautiful. So yes, have a look on the Sotheby's website.
If you're one of our rich subscribers, maybe donate. Donate to the cause somewhere. Have a bid and donate it to a museum.
Yeah. Do.
Are you ready for something else?
Yes.
Would you like Miss Austen to return?
As in, would I like
a second series?
I mean, yes.
Because they have green lit a second series. Miss Austen will return. It was in Deadline this year. Miss Austen's going to return. It's more creative and prolific years of Jane Austen's life through Cassandra and highlighting the interpretation of her literary meaning. Yeah, that's right. And the continued sisterly bond. This is all from Deadline. The series will maintain the focus of the strong bond shared between Jane and Cassandra, a core element of the first season. Keely's going to be attached. We're going back, baby.
Whoa. So, okay. Oh, I did lots of noises there.
What was that person's name again?
Big Weather. So, what? Is it the same people? We're going to get Patsy Farron doing more Jane?
I think we are.
We're
going to get everybody. All the creators, I think the producers are on board. I'm not sure. But this is adapted from Gill's next novel. So she did 3 novels. And there's one called, I think it's called The Engagement.
Wow. I didn't know anything about this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is fabulous.
Isn't
Great
it
news.
Fabulous?
Yeah.
So we're going to get more.
Perfect.
I
Thank
know.
you very much.
I think that's really great. Miss Austen returns.
I love this. We'll return with Miss Austen.
Yeah.
Okay, this is magnificent. Do go and watch it. Read the book. Do watch it. It's really lovely. And I know there were some spoilers in there, but I don't think it really hurts because seeing the richness of the world is just wonderful. Yeah. That was Miss Austen.
That was Miss Austen. Thank you so much for listening and watching along this week. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.